thanks so much for being with us here on Atlanta News First Plus. I'm Joy Lim-Nakron. Just wanted to share with you some of the top stories that we're following right now. I want to start with a court appearance for an accused killer. Okay, so a man who police say admitted to killing this college student in Decatur is set to face a judge today. Baron Brantley and his girlfriend are charged with killing 21-year-old Clark Atlanta University student Alexis Crawford. The family of Crawford, this alleged victim, so horrified because this defendant, Baron Brantley, could even be up for bond ahead of his trial. So if you don't recall the story, because it initially happened several years back, it was on Halloween weekend of 2019 that Brantley and his girlfriend, Jordan Jones, allegedly killed Alexis Crawford, who was Jones's best friend. We have been following his previous court hearings. Police say that the couple said in a confession that Crawford had accused Brantley of rape, and that was essentially part of the motive for the killings. Due to the severity of these allegations, Crawford's family is strongly opposing bond for either of her accused killers. But again, that's something that a judge will be deciding. And this accused killer set to face a judge today, and actually, from what we understand, is already in court. Still no trial date set for either Brantley or Jones, but of course, we're going to keep following the latest on this story. Also want you to keep an eye out for this man. So authorities need your help finding this work release inmate who they say walked away from his job site. So take a look at your screen if you can help. The Hall County Sheriff's Office says 28-year-old Ryan Roper was working with his employer in Jefferson when he took off his ankle monitor and then ran off. His monitor has since been found off of Old Penningrass Road. He was last seen wearing a black shirt, blue jeans, brown shoes. If you think you've seen him or know where he is, you are asked to please call 911 or the Hall County Dispatch. And obviously, please give them any information that can help track him down. Also, I want to share with you a bit about this forum that happened where concerned parents and community members got a chance to ask questions to the Gwinnett County Police Chief. The department held a community forum last night, and it comes after several teenagers were reported missing and found dead, as we've been sharing with you, most notably 16-year-old Susanna Morales. So people who live in that county say police, they're not taking missing persons calls seriously enough. That's the allegation. Well, they got a chance to speak with police and ask questions about how police do investigate missing person cases, including runaways.
Your child goes missing, my child goes missing.
Cuando su hijo se desaparece, mi hija se desaparece.
We use every tool at our resource to locate any child who is missing.
So a lot of people were happy that police held this forum. At least that's what they shared with Atlanta News First, but they still do want leaders to put a teenage curfew in place as well. All right, want to talk about an issue affecting the roadways. There's another project aiming to fix traffic. This is in Smyrna, and two intersections there are the site of more than 300 crashes each year. So now police are stepping up efforts to monitor them. The city's installing red light cameras at Cumberland Boulevard, at Spring Road, and the east-west connector at South Cobb. Some drivers joked with Atlanta News First that the city's going to probably make a lot of money there since those intersections are pretty notorious for people running red lights. So there's going to be a 30 to 60 day warning period once those cameras are installed in May, but something that you're probably going to want to watch out for. All right, I want to bring in meteorologist Ella Dorsey, show you a live look outside.
Gross.
Yeah.
It's not the best.
Yeah. Unless you like rain.
Unless you like rain. Unless you're looking for lower pollen count, maybe. You thought this rain was going to wash it out. I certainly did, unfortunately. Here's today's pollen count. How do we get the top stories thing to come off? There we go. Here's today's pollen count, guys, 1306. Believe it or not, that's higher than yesterday. So The rain we got overnight didn't do much for the pollen. Maybe gave you a car wash, but if you're still suffering from your allergies, that is why. I do expect the pollen count to be much lower throughout the weekend. Here's a look at what's going on right now. The cold front is pushing through, so the rain is moving out as we speak. It's now dry inside the perimeter. It's now dry in Fulton County. Cobb County now dry. Paulding County now dry. North Georgia now dry. Hall County is now dry. Still seeing showers down towards LaGrange and in central Georgia. But if you're still seeing rain where you live, give it an hour or two. This rain will move out. Also want to note there's some low-hanging clouds out there right now. So we're also seeing some patchy fog. So it's just kind of a gloomy, damp morning and has been, but I promise better weather's on the way. We'll dry out in the next hour or so. You will see these skies gradually, very gradually clear. So by 4 or 5, you should see some sunshine. I would still recommend the jacket through the afternoon because look at your winds. It's going to be quite breezy this afternoon. That'll add to the chill factor. By 6 p.m., you're thinking about dinner. We are under mostly sunny skies. Tonight's going to get cold, guys. You haven't needed the winter coat in about 3 weeks. That was the last time we dipped below freezing, February 18th. You will need it tonight. Morning lows will dip into the 30s. I know that doesn't sound cold, but when you add the breeze to it, feels like temperatures to start your Saturday are going to be in the low 30s. So as you're walking the dog tomorrow, you're thinking about getting coffee, you're going to run those early morning errands, it's going to be quite chilly outside. It's going to feel like March. Hey, if you don't have plans tomorrow, come join us at the St. Patrick's Day Parade. Our entire weather team is going to be walking in that parade in Midtown along Peachtree Street. Starts at noon. It will be under partly cloudy skies at noon. It will be 55 degrees. You'll see increasing clouds through the afternoon tomorrow. It will still be a very pleasant day. Highs will be right around average for this time of year, low to mid 60s. Now, can't emphasize this enough. Get out tomorrow and make the most of the dry conditions because by the time you wake up on Sunday, that heavy rain is going to be moving back in. So let's talk about it. It looks dry for Saturday afternoon. It looks dry for Saturday evening. But after midnight, rain moves in. That rain will be widespread through the first half of the day on Sunday. It looks like a washout Sunday morning through at least the early afternoon. We may get a little break in the rain early Sunday afternoon, and then another round of rain arrives Sunday night. So essentially, it's just going to be rainy all day on Sunday. In addition to that, look how chilly it is. Temperatures in northeast Georgia only top out in the mid-40s. So it's going to be a cold rain. We got a little bit of that wedge moving in. That means that northeast Georgia will make it to the 40s. Meanwhile, LaGrange and areas like Griffin, Carrollton could reach the 60s because of that, because the temperature and the additional energy. I expect occasional thunder, and the area down towards Troup County, Meriwether County, even southern Coweta County is under a level 2 risk for severe weather. What that means is we could see an isolated storm with gusty winds and potentially some hail, but I don't think that the severe weather risk is high on Sunday. Now, guys, we need to talk about next week. If you've been watching Atlanta News First, we've been previewing this for over a week now. The cold that is on the way. It's going to be pretty significant, okay? It arrives next Monday. Next Tuesday and Wednesday mornings, we're looking at freezing temperatures, and I want to show you this map, which has updated multiple times through the day today. This is next Tuesday morning. This is when I'm most concerned for a hard freeze. I think we could see morning lows in the mountains as low as the low 20s. Blairsville at 18 degrees. That is a very hard freeze that is really going to damage the crops up there. We've gotten such an early start to spring that these morning lows, any of the lows that are below 29 degrees, so this includes parts of Forsyth County could see a hard freeze, Cherokee County, Pickens County, Dawson County, even over towards Rome, Carrollton. Your plants could be hurt by the hard freeze on Tuesday morning. So a good idea to plan on covering those plants on Monday night, okay? And I would go ahead and cover them Tuesday night as well. We'll start to warm up through the week next week. Next Thursday looks pretty mild, but we're also tracking an additional cold shot the weekend after this one. So it looks like winter is going to go out with a bang here, guys. All right? Dig that winter coat out. You're going to need it over the course of the next week. Only first alert on the map on the 7-day forecast is for rain on Sunday. Again, an isolated storm is possible. Just make indoor plans for the back half of the weekend. Other than that, I hope you have a happy Friday. We will see better weather by this afternoon. Okay? Have a great day, guys.